Hail them.
Hailing frequencies open, sir.
Hailing frequencies. Open.
I don't know why I keep giving alien street food a chance. It's always such a gamble.
Captain, we're being hailed.
On screen.
Hello, and welcome to another Hailing Frequencies Open podcast. We are continuing to trek through the past and future of Star Trek. As always, I'm your host, Mike Jones, and joining me here in the virtual studio, today he was finally invited up to the cool kids table for lunch and went by the mantra, if it's free, it's for me, and give me three. It's Damien. I don't really know the story behind that intro.
That's right. I feel like I'm now obligated to tell the story. I got the bat signal. Lanita and I have been giving each other the bat signal at work lately, and I think we both shown up pretty well. But today it was there was an excess of free catering, and I filled my plate in a way that and it's funny because there were not extra paper plates. I had in mind that I would cover the plate so that as I like paraded through the building with all of this stolen food, that no one would see what a huge amount of it I was taking. But there was only one plate left, so it felt rude to take an extra plate. So I just paraded rudely through the building with the food that I stole, and then left work to go across the street to buy Ziplocs so I could jam it into my book bag. And guess what? That's what I had for dinner.
Amazing.
It's a happy story of free food and friends looking out for friends.
Yeah, I may or may not have bought to-go containers to have it work just to collect free food from like random catered events. Hey, pro tip, take the food.
Good idea.
Right. We would like to think of tonight's guest co-host as the Typhoid Mary of our podcast. Was he responsible for his own debate club performance last time he was on the pod? But was he... No, I said that wrong.
Mike Jones, I'm going to fucking kill you. Read these out loud one time.
I know. I did read it, but not out loud. Okay. It's fine. I will.
Because also, sometimes you read it out loud and it might be bad, and I might have to rewind it. Right. Oh, my God. And also, there's some shouting on mute happening right now that I'm loving.
I know. She doesn't want me to edit. Okay.
And Lanita would say, if she was here tonight, Lanita would say, don't edit this out. This is gold. I love hearing the fuck-ups.
Okay.
Meanwhile, our guest is dying to talk. Our guest and co-host, rather.
Here we
go. Sorry.
We like to think of tonight's guest host as the Typhoid Mary of our podcast. He was responsible for his own debate club performance last time he was on the pod, but was he responsible? Keeping Lanita's chair hot and spicy, it's Sonyl.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I can't tell if I'm welcome or if I'm... Well, Typhoid Mary? I mean, like...
I mean, you're never going to live that down.
Let's just laugh. There we go.
There was a wealth of clip that you gave us when you brought Typhoid Mary into your debate performance, and I think we're never going to forget it. So,
yes, that lives on TikTok forever.
Also, you should start being scared if your intro sounds nice, because that means that we don't like or trust you as much. So.
That makes sense.
Or don't know you.
We did call Liel and Kai win last time, and she really did.
We did.
Nice.
Well, you read the title of the episode. I assume you know what we're talking about tonight. It is Star Trek First Contact. And as always, when we're going back and talking about the Star Trek movies, we invite a special guest on. She had no idea what the fuck Alfred Woodard was doing in Lower Decks until now, and she just went with it. But now she knows. It's Lanita.
Facts and more facts. And when I saw her young face, I squealed. I said, look at that baby. I love Alfred Woodard. Like, full stop, period, point blank. So
she's
yeah,
amazing.
First Contact. I was like, ooh, this is a really good start, just off rip. This is a really good start to the next iteration or chunk of filmography. I'm excited for what's about to happen because I have no idea, but I like this. I like the way this started.
Now, in case you haven't been with us through this project, Lanita has seen 100% of all televised Star Trek, including very short treks, but had not seen any of the movies. And when we realized there was that discrepancy, we were like, oh my God, don't watch the movies because this is a totally unique, fresh perspective. So we invite Lanita on as a guest, and we invite a friend of the pod on as our guest co-host to sit in her chair. So Sonyl, thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming. 2025 first viewing of First Contact. I can only imagine what everybody's thinking as they listen to this, and you all as well being like, wonder what her take is.
It was your first contact with First Contact.
I think incredulous might be the word that many people might have upon learning this. That 2025 is the first 2063 moment.
I know. I literally wrote down the date too. I was like, no, what is the date?
That's coming up.
It's like 21st century. Where are we? They said 63. I said to myself, I may just make it to 63. That's what's wild. Because it's only what 30. What are we in 25? So that's what 38 years.
We've got some nuclear holocaust to get through. So
we do.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll survive.
We're on track.
Yeah. We are on track. Like 38 years. I'm gonna make it 38 years, hopefully, possibly. So
we just need to survive World War III, which sets us
imminent
for.
It's currently imminent.
Yep.
Exactly.
There's that.
Will you be a part of the Eastern Coalition? Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
So
right, gents, how are we doing this? How are we doing this one today?
I think we'll kind of talk through the movie quickly, roughly. I'm assuming if you're listening to this episode, you have seen like one of the best Star Trek movies ever made.
And if you haven't, go watch it, pause
and
here,
then come back.
Stop and come back. Because, I mean, yes, it has been out for how long? Three decades? Four decades.
Well, we just had the 30th anniversary of Generation, so it's like under 30 years, right? We think
it's came out in November in 1996.
Oh, it's 15.
Oh my gosh, I was newly in New York City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should we just real quick establish, like, do we all hold this movie in the same, just generally speaking, how do we feel about this movie?
Top line.
The ideas presented have made me cry.
Okay.
Is it therapy time now or later?
Later, we'll get into the crime
bits. That's a top line. That's tantalizing.
I like that.
That is tantalizing.
Hot take. I like that. Mike
Tears
Jones.
to come.
Stay tuned, listener.
So in a way, this was the first next gen movie that wasn't like, I mean, they wrote Generations at the same time they were doing season 7. And it was a film that bridged the gap between the original cast and the Next Generation cast. So in a way, this is the first real next gen movie. Coming out November 22nd in 96. Screenplay by Brandon Braga and Ronald D. Moore, because there's another Ron Moore. Story by Rick Berman, Brandon Braga, and Ronald D. Moore. Directed by Jonathan Frakes and produced by Rick Berman. So
I think it's also worth calling out Jerry Goldsmith for this, who's the composer, because I think that this, and I hope that we get into this theme.
We'll get to it.
No, we're at it. We're at it.
Okay. Lovely opening montage. Beautiful music.
Do we have the theme? Can we play the theme?
Look at Damien ready. Look at him queued up.
Look at him
clicking. I don't have it ready. Are we allowed to? Will they come for us if we do?
They probably would come for us.
Really? We could just say, if I had thought ahead, I would have prepared to sing it for you all. They would just make a cease and desist for other reasons. Completely other reasons.
It's interesting because Terry Matalas, when he brought this cast back together for the 3rd season of Star Trek Picard, he it was like a Valentine to the soundtracks of Star Trek, really. And to him, he felt like this was an additional Next Generation theme, that this was because, I'll be honest, when I watch the Next Generation, which is often late at night and I maybe fall asleep, and, no shade against the theme music. Like, it has been with me most of my life, but it is, when I hear that come on, I immediately want to turn it off. It's loud and it's like a marching band, and it's like
It is.
it is, but something about this is like in the genre of the Deep Space Nine theme, which I love, and the Voyager theme, which is gorgeous, and it just is a really
It's orchestral.
It's orchestral. It's moving. It's emotional. It is. I get a feel every time I hear it, and I think it is up there with some of the best Star Trek themes.
So, Damien, what's your least favorite Star Trek theme? Because it makes it
Enterprise.
sound, well,
He's never watched it. That's why I say that.
okay, I was gonna say, because it sounds like if you were watching TNG and the soundtrack came on, you'd have to go on a long road getting from there to here to turn it off.
Yes. No, I mean, obviously it's Enterprise. I mean, this is not like an interesting take that I have on that.
No,
I
I was just setting you up for my joke. Lanita spoiled it, but so thanks.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
My bad. Well, that's what I'm here to do. Spoil things.
Okay.
I will say that at first hearing it, like y'all, I enjoy listening to intro music to shows just in general. Like, I like that setup. It like gets you in the mood for what you're about to watch, not knowing
It's an
what I was
overture.
about to watch. Yeah, that's the old school of it. Like, I love see theater gay when it start West Side Story. You're hearing the whole show. Funny Girl, you're hearing the whole show before it starts in music, and then it's like, okay, here's your first number. So it was so pretty. And then the colors that they used with the title cards and how the names sort of appeared and sort of like disappeared into smoke. Like, it all worked. And then I was like, what is happening? I was like, Borg. Ha! Oh no. Right off the bat, I was like, fuck, this is what we doing? Okay.
Wait. What clued you into Borg?
That when I saw it, like when I saw it, I was like, I was not.
Okay.
I literally, when I tell you that I had zero reference about this movie, like, at all. So I'm going in this like, I wonder what's going to happen. First contact? Okay. First contact with whom? I did not realize that it was first contact with aliens. Like, yes, I've heard about it. Like, I know the story, but I did not realize that this was the movie that gave the quote unquote backstory to first contact, as it were. And I was like, But then I was very concerned when he was Locutus. I was like, why is he Borgy? I was like, no, this can't be this movie. What's happening? Like, my heart started to palpitate a little bit, because I was like, he did that. He got through it. Like,
We've been there.
We've done that. Like, why are we trying to traumatize him again? But then it all made sense.
Yeah, I mean, we start by experiencing some of his PTSD, which I would assume is getting drummed up because the Borg are near, and
Correct.
we know it's happening, and we meet the new ship for the first time, the new Enterprise E, which what do we think about this ship before I give my opinion?
Mike Jones hates it.
Well, I mean, the Sovereign class is pretty, but it's not it doesn't have the little curve. I miss the little curve.
Wait, which curve where? What in the
nacelles?
The nacelles.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as curvilicious. Did I really say
Curvilicious?
Anyway, let's.
Sonyl likes a curvy girl.
Well, right.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
Right?
I like looking at the background behind me. This ship is not as pretty as this ship.
The one where your head is. Oh, okay.
I think that It's funny because they said that they redesigned the ship to like they knew they were going to destroy the Enterprise D in Generations because they wanted a new ship for the
Wait,
new.
spoiler alert.
Oh, right. Sorry, that was the last movie.
Listen, you better get with it, y'all.
The only person in the world who hadn't
seen
seen that movie is here with us and has now seen
Correct.
it.
And now she's seen it.
I'm late, man. I'm late to the party, but I'm here, ready to party.
Well, 2000 late even.
Mhm.
I think they wanted to add more detail than the D model had. It is a physical model in this movie. It's not a digital model. But it's just there's something about the fact that the saucer section and the secondary hull are joined like kind of like the Voyager.
Like
There's
Voyager.
not a real separation. There's not a dorsal neck, that makes it not feel like the Enterprise to me. I miss the D.
You miss the
Story
D,
of my life.
need the neck.
Yes. Net to neck with the D. Anyway.
Do you know how hard it is for me to hear someone say the neck and then I go, I'm raised in the 90s, so then I say my back.
Exactly. I was.
Oh my God.
Maybe
It's
I was
literally it's a disease that I have.
No, I was waiting for that.
Oh my goodness.
So someday when I have my wedding, where Lanita has already promised to have Bantu nuts,
Correct.
we will play that song, and and someone's grandma will be horrified.
It won't be my grandparents because they're all dead.
I'll be old enough that there won't be any grandparents around to be horrified.
I was going to say, won't we be the grandparents?
Yes, exactly.
Listen, the dictator, I highly doubt is having kids, so I'll never be a grandmother. That'll be
right. Will there be Vulcans at this wedding? Is the real question. Is this going to be?
Will there be Jamaharone after in the after hours? Let's hope so.
Absolutely. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah. So we start out, boom, Borg. It's the Borg movie. That's what's happening. Get on board. They're scarier than they ever have been.
Yeah.
And the Enterprise is not in the battle because they don't trust Picard.
Haters, which, okay. So here, I was pissed. Number one, I didn't know, like when he was telling them that we're going to the neutral zone, I couldn't tell if he was upset about it or if he was okay with it because of how he was hearing the Borg in his mind. And so he agreed with the fact that maybe he can't, not that he couldn't be trusted, but maybe he's not the right person to be there because he still has sort of a tether, we'll call it, to them. But then he changed his mind and said, fuck that shit. I'm the only one who can do this.
He was being Picard at first, and then he was like, you know what? As someone wise once said, fuck this shit.
Right. It's as if he's like, oh, wait, this is a movie. In the movie, we always just do what we want.
Yeah. Like you said, I can't go. Okay, watch me.
Well, and I love that this movie is full of, Picard has the advantage because of his inside knowledge of the Borg. Like at every turn, when he hears the temperature setting, he's like, they're here.
Why has it ever explained or not why it has to be warmer and more humid? I would think that mechanics wouldn't want to be warm and moist, but maybe I'm wrong.
It depends on the neck and the D.
Fair enough. Moisture is important.
Maybe it's the Queen. She needs the moisture for her skin.
I mean, she does look. She does look very moist in this. She
does look.
She's very moisturized. Here's my question. That's Westmore, correct?
Yes.
I assume so. Yes.
Is that a full silicone piece?
Oh, that's a great question.
Keep talking and I'll find an answer to this. Because
there's some behind the scene pictures of her in the rig with the.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're jumping.
Sorry. Okay, okay. No. We can go. Listen, you know me. I write stuff in order.
Notes.
I do have notes. I do love the fact that he's connected, but sort of a dark turn on that for me was like because he was technically violated when he was assimilated.
Mm-hmm.
It made me think about but it made me think about people who may have been assaulted in some way and violated, and like it's like the the incident is over. You know, you've quote unquote healed from whatever outward trauma that has happened, but there's still like this inner trauma and PTSD that goes along with it. So I just started thinking about like, oh my goodness, like this is what someone who maybe gets mugged or someone who gets sexually assaulted, like it never sort of goes away. And like for him, because he said it's 9 years, 6 years. How many years since he was assimilated? He says it. I don't know if
He
he says 9
does.
or 6, but the fact to be that far removed, quote unquote, from the situation,
It'd be more like 6.
6. So 6 years removed from that situation happening, and still to be like physically and viscerally affected by it. I was like, ooh, it gave a sort of deeper understanding just, you know, through this fiction of what the reality of that type of assault can be. So I was just like, yikes.
Yeah.
Very yikes. And then also it turns into why he, at the end of the day, it's like where, you know, Alfred Woodard's like, you want to get revenge. It's like, fuck yeah, I do. Like, yes, I want to save my, but I also personally want to avenge what was done to me. And I'm like, so many threads of things which they probably weren't even thinking about. But hello, 2025, me looking at a movie from the 90s is the lens that, you know, I see it through just a little bit. But yeah, ugh, so creep-tastic. Like him hearing those voices, I would have feel like schizophrenia, like the auditory hallucination of it all.
It's interesting. I mean, because he's Picard and he doesn't open up to people generally, but I feel like Counselor Troy should have had some instinct that he was going through some PTSD and like, you know, I don't know. Like the mental health aspect of it seems to be a little lacking, seeing that they
Mm-hmm.
have a counselor right there and she doesn't deal with any of that, you know?
But
Maybe
here,
there was another The Lost moment. Who knows?
Maybe.
No, no.
it,
I think it's just it makes sense. There would have been maybe it got on left on the cutting room floor. Who knows?
That's possible.
but also like she's not really like that kind of counselor. Like, let's be clear about some things. Like, she's not come sit on my couch and tell me about your childhood. Like, it's what I'm feel like because she did sort of say, Captain, what's wrong? Like, she felt something,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
I think that I think that with him, there is like a clear delineation of I'm not reading his mind. Like, even though I can do that with everybody, like I put a barrier up because this is my captain and his thoughts are his private. And if he has issues, he's going to come to me. Or if I ask him a question and he wants to answer it, he will let me know type of deal. Everyone else is sort of fair game, like
Hmm.
Riker and the rest of them. Like, but I think with him, there is a boundary that she has placed on the relationship.
That's an interesting
Well,
idea. I like that. I like that kind of framework and idea. I think.
I also think maybe if you're him, you know that like I mean we've seen this throughout Star Trek that there are psych evaluations and that there
Mm-hmm.
are like we just saw it on Strange New Worlds. Is Ortega's okay to return to work after what she
Correct.
went through? And I think that if you're Picard, I feel like you are very steeped in all of that, and you know exactly how to be the patient who can return to work
How to pass the
Correct.
test.
and
Sure.
how to
Correct.
behave in a way so that everyone else has faith that you are past your encounter with the Borg.
Faith of the
Correct.
And
heart.
No, no.
what's that?
Faith of the heart.
Oh my God, stop.
Um,
Sorry.
I think it's just another distancing ourselves from that kind of Roddenberry idea that everybody is mentally well and there's no
Mm,
conflict because yeah, that's why there's a counselor on the bridge because everyone's so in tune with their own mental health and like, you know, it's a very 90s hippie yuppie kind of concept. But yeah, it wouldn't have made for a very interesting movie, but it's something that the fan in me is like, wait a second. Anyway, now
Also, I
now
think,
I'm
like we
beating a
said
dead
before,
horse.
I feel like a lot of this is that the PTSD is not. Yes, he lives with it to some degree, but it is flaring up because he can sense that something's happening.
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So
And also, they don't waste any time, right? Like
they don't.
When I tell you that was great,
Yeah.
like it's like
we're in
the
it.
exposition is the entry, like you get all this beautiful
Boom,
music,
boom.
you get weird dream situation, and then it's like we're
Or-
in.
Right.
Or
I mean,
Which, like, the next generation fan of me wants a moment to like see what their hobbies are doing right
yes,
now.
I
But,
know.
like,
I know.
how's Spot doing?
Right.
what's Beverly planting?
It's a whole new ship. How have they decorated?
Listen, y'all, we ain't got time for that. The Borg are here. Like,
Wait till the next movie.
oh shit.
Spoilers.
Okay. Great.
So they're like, fuck our orders. We're gonna go and be the cavalry. They show up, big battle happening, and guess who they meet?
Worf is there.
Worf.
I again was like, I can't, because I don't know I don't know what's coming around the corner. And I was just like so happy. I was like, yes. Even though, let's be clear, yes, I read his name, but that doesn't mean that he, who knows what that means? That could be a fucking communication, a message that's sent from a beacon, da da da. I was like, yes. And let's be clear that Data is still the comic relief of this movie. The one-liners had me cackling out loud. People on the train in the quiet car were like giving me the eye, told them to mind their fucking business. Shit's funny to me. Worf. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Yes, Worf is in the building. And he was on his own ship. What was he? Now, is that his ship? What was he doing on that ship?
His ship at this point in Deep Space Nine is the Defiant.
He's the captain,
that's
right? Of the Defiant at that point. So clearly the Defiant was dispatched back to Earth for this,
nice
battle.
little ship.
And did you catch the cameo of who is the con officer on the
I don't
Defiant?
think this was a cameo because
it's not really a cameo.
Then.
It was just it was just early in this guy's career.
Yes, but who?
It's Adam Scott. He's the one who's like who is who talks to Worf, who's like, we're taking heavy damage, blah blah blah, and then he's like, there's another ship, it's the Enterprise. Yeah.
Oh, that actor. Yeah, you know how white people
Yeah.
I mean, Adam Scott is like the ultimate basic white guy, right? Like he's like relatable basic white guy.
I thought you were gonna be like Tom Paris. I don't know. I was just like, yeah, he looked familiar, but I couldn't tell you where the hell he's from or what he did.
He is, I think the only reason I noticed him is that not that it's so straight to have like a hall pass list, but he would definitely be on my husband's hall pass list.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway,
full of surprises.
Okay,
I know.
Well, since I'm bad with names, and Lanita looked him up. Who?
He's on Parks and Rec.
He was in Parks and Rec.
Which one?
The one who ends up being like partnered
with
the
main guy with
Leslie.
Okay.
The main guy in the later seasons.
Okay.
Got it. And he's in
Never
Severance, which I haven't watched because I hear it's very dark.
I hear Severance is very dark, and I started to watch it, and then I stopped watching it because I needed happiness. I mean, really, I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes in. I wasn't very far. I was like, so then I just watched.
I think your ability to watch Severance depends on your relationship with your workplace.
Oh, I could then watch it fine because my workplace is lovely. Singularly, my workplace. Sorry for you, Damazon, in your workplace. My side of the building. A-okay.
Okay. So Picard knows how to blow up the Borg cube, and guess what? It pooped out a little sphere.
Sphere from cube. It was like, oh, where's that going?
And it's going back in time. It's a time travel movie.
We're going back. It felt sort of Guardians of the Galaxy when I was like, creating a rift? We're going back.
So basically, they did the time warp again.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
do.
And it was, but it was really cool the way that it was depicted, sort of like the wave. I was like, huh, that's interesting. but also the fact that they were just shooting shit out the sky. I was like, are they destroying things? Are they sending Borg down there? Like
Oh, sure.
I didn't understand in that moment what was happening. So then when they blew it up, I was like, okay, well that's
That's what they're
solved.
doing.
That's done.
They
Now what? Now the movie ends.
Yeah, I was like, what?
end of film.
Truly, I was like, well,
Success.
what? Where do they go from here? They've blown up two things now. They're just blowing up Borg stuff all over the place. But little did I know.
Well,
Yeah,
you
the
probably did
movie-
because there was still a lot of movie left.
Right.
And I
I was
wasn't
going
really
to
looking
say
at the time.
Oh, okay.
I know, but when I saw how long it was, like, ooh, this is
Yeah.
a chunker of a movie, and I liked it
it
because there
clips
was
along.
and that's what's funny about it. You think like there's going to be a lot of dry, dull exposition. There isn't. The writing is
No.
tight.
Tight.
I mean, and it doesn't feel rushed. It's like everyone is like having normal paced conversations, giving you all the information. You not a whole lot of techno babble. Jordy in this, I love. Why do they give him blue eyes? That pissed me. But anyway, continue.
Mm.
I'm
His implants could have been closer to his real eye color. Yeah. Um.
and like it.
Yeah, we're
I like it
only
at all.
15. I think. I looked at the clock. I think we're about 15 minutes in, and we're already in the past. Like it's like boom. Like we're in it. You know. And then we kind of take a breath and beam down and touch missiles and and all of that. So yes.
No, you touched.
Oh! I thought you were putting up a hand to pause. You
No,
were touching.
no,
the
I
missile.
was touching the missile.
Uh,
It doesn't feel
No,
any more
pretty
real
euphemism.
now that I'm touching it.
we meet Lily Sloan and Zephram Cochrane.
Yeah.
Lanita, what were your
Yeah.
first impressions of these characters?
One, he is basically a flower child who is a mad scientist who lives in the woods. She is a fucking badass. And as always, there is a woman behind a man helping to propel his
Yep.
genius to the stratosphere.
And beyond.
You know, that. But it was
And
great.
beyond.
I liked I honestly liked sort of the base camp of it all. Like this is actually probably what it will look like when
After World War
the world
III,
ends.
which is
When
coming
shit
up.
hits
People will
the
be
fan.
living.
Okay, so when I first watched this movie, being the original series fan that I was, we've seen Zephram Cochrane before in an episode of the original series. We find out that
Which episode?
I don't
it's
remember
metamorphosis. So they find him on a planet and he's been there for a long time. And
Mhm.
I don't remember why he hasn't aged, but there's this cloud thing that's like in love with him and won't let him leave.
Uh-huh. Yes, I remember
They're
this.
like, you're Zephram Cochrane. You invented the warp drive. So when we meet him here, he's so completely different. Like they just completely reinvented the character.
Which works.
As they are wont to do.
Yes, exactly, as they are wont to do. But I also thought, is that the guy from Babe? Like that's what entered my head.
That is exactly
100%,
who it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Correct.
James Cromwell.
And I saw his name and I was like, well, what the fuck's he about to be doing? Because Babe is a great movie.
And I have a strange story about Cromwell, but
Yeah.
Continue.
so in 7th grade, we got tired we were talking about the Big Bang. We got tired of saying the super dense, infinitely small, infinitely heavy point that became the universe. So we named it Cromwell.
Oh.
Silence. Crickets. I know.
The silence is deafening.
Yes, but anyway, Cromwell.
How did that come to be? Like, did you know a Cromwell? Was it after him?
Is
Just
it after him?
We were in science class, and I said that I was bored of it. And my science teacher, Miss Berta, said, "Okay, fine. It's named Cromwell." Shout out, Miss Berta.
See, so
Wow.
she knew who he was. Mm-hmm.
Right. Either that or she's obsessed with British history.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we're down on the planet,
Yep.
but
Not just the
Oh,
planet, Earth.
Earth.
Ah,
Earth.
Yeah.
We're down on Earth.
We're down on Earth.
They
2063.
they're looking for I almost said Oliver Cromwell. They're looking for Zephram Cochrane. They find Lily. She shoots Data,
She sure
which
does.
doesn't phase him at all.
At all. I like,
Really
but
used.
I like the double. I like the double shot situation. Like him, number one, him jumping down. That was great. Like
Badass.
I know that like was supposed to like show like he's indestructible as it did, but the way that they shot it was like, oh, he's coming from 700 years up. Like it showed like this in the first moment of you, there's a rocket. Like, how big is this rocket? And they're touching it. Oh yeah. But then to see him drop all the way down, you're like, oh, this shit is huge. How the hell did they build that thing?
It's a rocket.
And then her, yeah, and her be like in the back, and he just turn around and be like, he's like, hello.
He's like,
And
hi.
her pass out like I would too. Like, I just shot you. I just and you just like, what it do? Hi, I'm Data. It was great. It was great. He shook it off.
I
like,
think the writing for her character in this movie is so smart because you realize that these Star Trek movies really struggle with how to tell a story to an audience that maybe has never seen the show before.
Right.
correct.
And
She is playing the audience.
she is the audience in this
she is-
movie, and she's
but not
great.
dumb. She's not dumb. She's
No.
truly like, it is like, I'm protecting this thing that we've built. You just jumped from 600, 700 feet above me and just landed. I've shot you multiple times. My brain is going to break and I'm going to pass out because that's...
And radiation. She has
and
like radiation.
his radiation poisoning.
Right.
And it's sort of like, okay, we're going to take her to the ship. Of course, I love the little, the extra little bit of, I'll keep her sedated because, again, prime directive.
Right.
Holding true to that.
Right. And also Beverly literally is like looking to the fan audience and being like, don't worry, you don't have to watch this scene that you've watched 1,000
times.
before.
Yes.
Beverly and Picard. She's like, I don't need to hear it again. I know what to do. Shut up.
Shut up. Like, I'm good. Like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take her to sick bay. Directly to sick bay. Thank you. Moving on.
Right.
Moving on from the Data Lily meet cute. I decided it had to be a meet cute.
Also, fun fact, Alfre Woodard is a longtime close personal friend of Jonathan Frakes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense. They both seem like wonderful people.
So maybe it wasn't an actual meet cute. Maybe it was a meet again cute.
Maybe. Jonathan Frakes looked good in this movie.
Cannot disagree.
Like, he was in his prime
Yep.
in this movie. So it's getting hot on the ship,
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
right?
So take off all them clothes.
So
Getting so Borg.
Picard and Data beam back up to be like, oh,
But
that's
no, but
becoming
before
like
then, those engineering folks got
Oh, that's true.
snatched, which was so. Again, I don't ever want to work in engineering because I don't ever need to be in a Jeffries tube. That is claustrophobic. As
that's
fuck.
claustrophobia. Oh no.
When he was up there and then the little shadow, I was like, what is that? Mind you, did not think Borg thought like, I don't know, brain sucking. I don't know. It wasn't
Alien.
Borg because it was moving so fast. Like the shadow kind of moves fast, and
Yeah.
Borg don't move fast. Like
Mhm.
even when they're angry and attacking, they're
No reason
very
to sneak
robot.
up on you.
That is a really good point. I've never thought about that before. It was like a
like a shadow.
they're
Move.
more like-
Yeah,
Maybe it was a Borg
this
falling
way.
over and we just like
oh,
Would you say? Oh yeah.
just a Borg falling.
if a
yeah,
Borg
and then
falls
that-
in the woods,
does anyone get assimilated? And then of course there's that like horror movie scream with the redheaded crew member who like is like looking around and she's like, ah,
You needed one of those.
we
you
did.
needed one of those. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's perfectly
it's
cast. She
zombies.
was adorable.
Right. And it's sad to see her die so quickly. Sweaty as she was. Yeah, I mean, you realize, I mean, it's like a zombie movie all of a sudden.
Yeah.
they're taking over the ship. Picard takes over, takes command, like, we're going after them, yada yada. They grab Data. Oh, Data turns off his emotions chip.
Which was the coolest. I didn't realize that that's how he could do it. I thought he had to touch something. My man just clicked his neck and it said, boop, boop, it's over. And then Picard, what do you say? I envy you. I
Yeah.
envy you at times. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
same.
forgot that
Same.
it's always interesting how they bring up or put in the forefront how Data is always trying to be more human, and the emotion chip being installed and like that whole thing. I'm feeling very anxious, saying exactly what everyone else is feeling but would not say, because being human, you keep it to yourself.
Right. And so
Right.
you
You
just
deal
go
with it.
click clack on your neck and then you're done.
Yeah.
Well, and it's nice to know that he's gotten control over it after the last movie, where
Right.
his
We
inability
can't-
to control it was kind of annoying.
Yeah, we can't go through that again. And I think they made a conscious decision. They knew that. They knew that we couldn't retread that whole territory again.
We needed to keep him as slightly other.
But also it's the same thing, because it is his desire to be human that is exploited as his weakness later on in this movie. So it is still still in there.
You know what? Can we say foreshadowing?
Yes.
I think that I'm adding another layer here to that emotion chip moment. Thank you, Damien.
Yeah. So then back down on the planet, Counselor Troy has had a few drinks.
A few. She is wasted. And Zephram is in his own little world. And here's the thing. They haven't had like actual alcohol in ever, because they're all drinking synthahol.
Yeah, not often.
I mean, like, Romulan ale and blood wine, but
The
how
Chateau
often
Picard.
Chateau
Picard. The sour mead.
Sour mead.
How often are they drinking that? So her having like a couple shots of tequila or rum has destroyed her.
Yes. Yeah. I would bet Synthequila is probably not it.
Synthequila?
Synthequila.
It's terrible.
Her. From back in the day. It's interesting that she was like 2-3 shots of something called tequila. It's like, they don't have tequila? But maybe that's because synthequila is terrible.
Correct.
Synthequila didn't make it out of the lab.
No.
I had the little side note about tequila is that we had a Fire Island beach vacation last summer with a bunch of people from this sort of obscure, very messy place called London. These humans were entirely disgusting, but they they were shocked at the fact that we all drink tequila. Like, oh yeah, we don't drink tequila. That's an American drink. And I'm like,
really?
Well, okay.
I was like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's Mexican, but all right.
Well, that's in the Americas.
Yes, but that's the vacation where we learned that British people are disgusting.
Listen,
Sorry.
I would have been
much
like,
love to all of our British listeners.
I would have broken out the proud to be an American.
Oh, God.
Tequila is
No,
delicious.
I'm sorry.
I mean, listen. Tequila is the plus ones. That's the liquor. Like that. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Tequila has to be silver and sometimes a mezcal, but tequila always.
And does the plus one then go criticizing counseling techniques?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Just checking.
But so by the way, this scene though, if you're like Marina Sirtis, like if you've seen her, like we know that she's not always sweet and kind, like
Correct.
Troy is. If we remember Lanita's brief encounter, but she's funny as shit, right?
Yeah.
Which Troy is not.
No,
Right.
but that's the great part. She is a funny, happy drunk, not a mean drunk.
So-
Some real Marina.
But if you're Marina in that
Science.
movie, you're like, finally I get a little comedy to play.
But
Yeah.
however, maybe that proves it wasn't actually tequila. because funny, happy, drunk, and tequila are often not. Anyway,
That depends on
Sid
you. Listen,
tequila. Sid tequila.
don't blame tequila on somebody being upset. That's just liquor in you. It
I'm
doesn't
just
matter.
projecting.
You are. That is what you're
Mhm.
doing. Because tequila
Beware
is
the-
delicious.
It is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying
You're an angry tequila drinker?
I like a sipping
a
tequila.
sad one.
Sad. Don't be sad. Don't cry over the worm. Um
Oh.
I love learning. I love learning that like all of the music, like my man he is in a happy place. He's like, this is my bar.
Yeah.
We turn the music off. Like opening the bottle, being like, oh, that's a bad one. Chuck it. Get another one. Sort of like, who's making this liquor? Like, is this
Yeah, where did it come from? It's
like
one.
is this jailhouse? Like
Well, we see some like what looks like, moonshine stills and stuff in that camp. So yeah, I
Mhm.
think they're making their own.
Yeah.
And also
Sometimes
his
it's good,
music
sometimes it's
taste,
not.
like 40 years in the future from now,
Yeah.
makes me feel like maybe like music got all destroyed and then he found, and that rock and roll went
jukebox.
away.
Yeah.
And that this is like post-apocalyptic discovery of ancient, because he's singing Ooby Dooby and like,
Right.
He
I'm
found,
sorry,
he found
like
the
my
jukebox. That's
dad,
all they had.
Yeah.
I think so, because I look at my own dad, right?
Okay.
My own dad would have looked at Ooby Dooby as square, and he was old, like
Yeah, maybe in the
like
future
Ooby
it's like
Dooby, what the
we
fuck?
think Roy Orbison is like the Shakespeare of of his time writing this.
Yeah.
Um uh I don't know. I love that they made fun of this. There's so much to talk about in Lower Decks with this movie, in the episode where they go back to Bozeman, but they reference this. It's like, oh, the bar that only plays the one song. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
See,
Yes.
and all
So,
these jokes now I can go
I also
back and
love
one's gonna
that
get
Jordy accidentally tells him about it, and then
oh
no.
I know you froze.
Oh yeah, okay, you're back. Maybe. Damazon.
Come
Nope,
back from the
he's
light,
frozen.
Carol Ann.
Don't go into the light, which was a great movie. Now I feel like at a certain point while Damien figures out his life, that I can go back and watch these things and catch these jokes. Because they're
yeah.
funny. They're like, but really catch them. Like they're funny in general. But now I'll be like, ha, that's why that's extra funny.
Now I
You know,
get.
that's what I felt like when Picard. I felt like,
Okay.
especially like, okay, I'm not gonna tell you how that I haven't seen all of it, but season one, okay, every 5 minutes there was like, it's so and
Yeah.
so, it's so and so. So yeah, I get you.
What were you saying, Damon, before you so were rudely frozen?
I suddenly live in a crowded house where I used to record this podcast and have the internet all to myself. And now I'm like, how many people are in this apartment right now trying to stream things while I'm doing this podcast?
And this is when you pause.
I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, that
This is when you
Tell the
change the
people.
pause the
password.
podcast and go out and yell at everybody.
Yes, get off. Yeah.
Get off. That Jordy accidentally tells him about the theme park.
I love that Jordy tells
And
him
then
everything.
Riker's like, you told him about the theme park? What the hell?
I
No,
love
the
that he
statue.
told him
It was a
about
statue.
the statue.
Statue.
I love that he told him about everything. He's like, it's standing right here. It's about
Right.
this tall.
Pointing
and
out that
reaching
way.
out. It was great. Like all the people like, can I just shake your hand? Seeing broccoli, totally cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it was like,
I
oh,
went. Is
that's
that from Cochrane High School?
high school. Like he's like, I mean, because that must be really disconcerting, right? Like you built this thing. Why did you like? As he said, he built it for, come to find out, money. So he can be on an island. Yada yada yada. And to find out that this thing that you just did for capital gain not only changes the course of humanity, but that you're celebrated, but you're being celebrated in this way as sort of like the father of modern, technology. He's like, I just wanted to be on a beach with some titties and a pina colada.
Yeah,
is what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard Rise
He
Up.
did say that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Risa.
Oh, he must have heard about Risa from the Vulcans who were there in Carbon Creek.
In Carbon Creek.
Yeah. Oh, Damien doesn't know that one.
No, I
Oh,
know
it's
that
an
that's
Enterprise reference.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
hear that that's a show that some people used to like.
You know, it's a show.
It's a show.
So
I
back
do-
on the ship.
Yep, back on the ship. What's happening?
In sick bay.
We get our guy.
Right. Another great cameo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
The
cackled
doctor.
as well. Like, I'm not. My program isn't meant to do that.
I'm a doctor, not a doorstop.
She's like, I swear I would never use one of these.
Okay, exactly. Like, oh, so disgusted by it. And then be like, tell him a joke. Like, I don't care. Like, yes, Beverly being sassy, like in like a really needed way. Like, dude, do something. Help us. That's what you're here to help. Help. Also, here's the thing. He's a hologram, right? So technically he can't be assimilated and they cannot use his
Nope.
non-corporeal body for anything, right? So it's a safe bet. Okay, keep
Yep.
going.
Right. But so they evacuate sickbay and Lily breaks off.
She said, I ain't following y'all folks.
She's like, I don't know you. I'm not following you. I'm gonna try to get out of here. And then she bumps into Picard.
Correct. And is going to kill him. That's what she's going to do. She's like, get me off this ship. They really write that character so perfectly for someone who is encountering this insane madness.
Right.
Because he does talk her off the ledge. Like, it wasn't just some, like, I'm going to throw some words out and she's not going to shoot me. Like, he really takes the time in a very succinct way and not in a speedy way, like, and not in an overly, like, dramatic way, talking her out of shooting him and then showing her the world, like Aladdin and Jasmine on a carpet, except they're in a ship. And hey, didn't know it was a force field. Thought it always was a fucking window. Type of shit was that? I learned that.
Well,
did I know that from some other place?
Well,
Did they
which
ever talk
one?
about that?
Whatever that
Some were
viewport
windows,
was.
The
some were
viewport.
windows, but we never have we seen that specific one? Maybe that was a different one.
No, but has it being force fields and not windows?
Could be all of them.
I think most of them are windows.
Yeah, I
Okay,
would say.
so they're just some of them are these.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Thank
probably
you.
the one where you push someone out an airlock if they're bad.
Oh, it's the moon door.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know the purpose of that door. Yeah.
Moon door.
Can we put him through the moon door? It was beautiful to see though. Like she's just a good actress. Like it made sense, right? It truly made sense because we've seen, as us in this century have seen, pictures of the earth, right? Like from the telescope, but to be above it, like we know what the earth looks like. You know, we know it's a globe. We know all, but to
Do
be
we
out,
though?
Sunil, you will never come back to this podcast if you start that flat.
I bet you. Okay, so
that is a line.
First strike, Enterprise. Last strike, Flat Earth.
Flat Earther.
There was no second strike.
No. Okay? Because that's bullshit. You're fucking insane. I don't get that is I will draw that hard. That is a not yucking of anybody's yum. That is you're a fucking idiot. So like just I mean that's the only reason I would want to go to space is to see, I don't know, my brain like stopped working, to see the earth from outside of orbit. Like
I would break down crying and be an inconsolable mess.
Absolutely.
It's like I feel that every time I see the pale blue dot image.
Yeah. Earthrise.
It's like seeing that, but better. Wow, I'm really eloquent today. Sorry, thank you.
Sorry, thank you to himself. Like full-on conversation.
And I want to point out, this is the first time in the movie I think that we get the first contact theme. That music swells up.
Yeah,
it's the first touch of that we get. You know, so we're like, it's it's the first moment of like this is hope for the future. This is like
Mhm.
I've
Right.
only known World War III, and here I am, something from the future, and I'm in the stars looking down on Earth, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
that's when I started crying.
Oh, the music is doing. Yes, I'm telling
The
you, it's
music
that
does
theme.
it. Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah.
You know,
Beautiful,
but
beautiful music.
so we all know what first contact is. So we're not spoiling that we're having a first contact yet, or should we save it for until? Should we save
No.
it for that for later?
No, we don't need to
Okay,
say
no,
it.
we know what's happening.
So the last time I rewatched this, no, I the world was already collapsing. This was a few years ago, but the world was collapsing, and right about then, I burst into tears. Looked at my partner, and was like, "We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it to first contact. We're not gonna make it out of this world." And I
No.
just was in tears because everything starts with first contact.
Mm-hmm.
We're never gonna make it.
Mhm.
I wish that I could hold the hope, but I don't know.
I don't.
I honestly think that it is kind of true that there has to be a total collapse of the old way in order for the ingenuity and discovery to get us to that next point. And it sucks because it doesn't have to be that way. There's enough resource and money and all of the things
In the world to make it.
literally in the world to get us to that place, but greed. So
Greed.
there it
I
is.
mean, there are a couple bits of lore that are really hammered home in this film. One, when in the scene that we were just talking about, where they're Picard and Lily are walking around the ship, and she says, "How could you afford this? You know, we barely had enough money to scrap together."
Yeah,
And,
Yep.
yeah.
yeah,
How
and
much
he
did this
says,
cost?
This
"Right,
is the most explicit they I think ever are in
yeah,
Correct.
the
Star Trek about
economics of
money.
the future are
Future
somewhat
work,
different. We
very
Yeah.
different.
Right.
Not
Wealth is no
specific,
longer the
but
driving point behind humanity. We work to better ourselves. And then the other bit of lore I think that really is hammered home in this film is when Troy is trying to explain to Zefram Cochrane what the importance of first contact of his flight, that
yes.
it united humanity in a way no one expected. You know,
Correct.
within 50 years there'll be no poverty, like no wars, like it, which like that is the Star Trek optimistic future, you know what I mean? And it all depends on us kind of realizing that we're not in the universe alone, and that
Yep.
you know there's something bigger than this planet, and maybe our petty differences on this planet are not worth fighting over. um
Correct.
but granted, this is after World War III, and most major populations have been destroyed.
Correct.
So it's kind of a different world. But yeah, I understand. Like I have the same, like I don't know that we'll get there. Like I don't, the only way we could is after a, you know, if there's
After a
pockets of
major,
humanity still on the earth, and that's about it, you know?
I mean, listen, it seems like always in Star Trek, they show you that listen, there's a better way. You could get to it without having all this
Right.
riotous, like the Bell riots, and all, like you can get there without it, but apparently you're hard headed. Like I'm telling you, as I grow up, a hard head makes a soft behind, and that is just the way that humans are. Like heaven for fucking bid, you can just listen to someone say, "Fire is hot and will burn you." Nope,
Mm.
you've got to touch it.
Right.
Water is wet and will drown you. Nope, I'ma jump in. Like
wait, you've drowned. You're a ghost now.
I am. I am
Oh,
from the future. I'm back from the future. I was resuscitated and allowed to
got it.
come back
Got it.
because I had a wealth of knowledge to share with the people of Earth.
And this is what you're doing right now.
Correct, because Star Trek is the way and the light. Um, I did say that like in my little notes, the Borg work fast. I just want to point that out. How the hell did they commandeer the entire like floor deck 16, and it's already got Spencer's touchpads and everything ready to go to lock in to be
Well, I don't know.
re-energized. Like,
Well, lots of gifts if they had lots of Spencers. So but I mean nanoprobes.
It is those things that from
I
Spencer's.
love them.
But
It was so
nanoprobes,
quick.
yeah.
I was
Nanoprobes.
like, God
Magical
damn.
nanoprobes.
Okay. No, I know that that's such a like
Yeah,
random
yeah.
thing to think, but I was just like,
No, it is.
No.
It's fast. It's like the
no, but
transformation of the ship is faster than you think could be possible.
but the thing is, it's the Borg, so in my head, it's all possible because
That's true.
it's like building a hive. It's like the Borg were sort of modeled after bees. Like there's a queen and there are drones, and all drones do is work. And if your only task is to build, there's nothing else that you're doing.
True.
But whatever.
This is the Borg at their strongest because they are the most,
Buff.
powerful enemy that we've seen so far. And later in Voyager, I mean, for example, there's one cube that goes to Earth to do this. It's not like a fleet of cubes. It's one
Single
cube.
Yep.
Like the entire fleet is decimated. Like the only way they defeat them is Picard has this inside knowledge. Meanwhile,
up until this point, I don't even think we knew that fleets of cubes were a thing.
right, exactly, right. And it makes it they were a little declawed, I think, in Voyager when this one little ship encounters groups of cubes and like manages to survive.
They weren't worth it. They weren't worthy of being
They weren't worth it,
assimilated.
sure.
It was all Janeway.
It was all Janeway.
And the number of times she broke the Prime Directive. That's all it is. And
Maybe
the temporal
Queen
Prime
just-
Directive, but
It's okay.
Right.
She can do that.
So
Off topic, sorry.
let's talk about the Queen. So Data's in strapped down on the bondage bed
Sure is.
and descending from the heavens is
Descending from
I mean,
the heavens.
How
Hello.
is that not the most iconic shot of the movie?
Yeah.
absolutely.
But here's the thing.
I mean,
I think
what
that
does
it's
it mirror?
been-
Data jumping out down the thing, and here comes the Queen descending from heaven, like
Ooh,
parallel.
Oh, parallel.
Okay.
But she
Well,
was
I
more
mean,
graceful. in
I
that.
will
And-
say
and-
that wiggling spine.
Oh,
Oh, wow. And just seeing it like attach. There's that moment you're just like, "Ugh."
that's always been ugh. Like I get like ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. It's like pop the head off, put it on another body. Like ugh.
Yeah.
No, and no. But it's cool. it's
It's
really
cool.
cool. Okay, Damien, did you find out the answer to my original question?
No, I did not. But what I did find was a passage of from 50-Year Mission where Alice Krieg talks about some of the makeup they put on her and how
Go.
thoroughly unpleasant it was. She says that they use something called
Tequila.
Gufquat. Spelled
Guff.
Gafquat, Gafquat, which is is concentrated hairspray applied with a spoon.
Oh.
She says it's what does she say? They use something on my head I hope I never encounter again called Gufquat.
It looked, number one, stunning. Like if you're gonna be
Yes.
a Borg Queen, like the fact that the tubes and whatnot replicate hair, but also a crown on her head. The fact that she is like glistening but not sweaty, like it's like she's moisturized, like the perfect like lathering of Vaseline just on her entire like skin, like the coloring of
there
it.
is.
It just, I was like, this is really good makeup, because that's what I think about. Like when I think about prosthetics, like, is this a full silicone piece? Because there's nothing around her lips. Her lips are this color of sort of red. Oh, shared a file in the meeting. I love that. And she just oozes. She oozes.
In a couple ways, I guess.
Correct.
Well, and
Sex
it's
and all
crazy
the things.
that she's this incredible mix between like um sexy and repulsive and
Yeah.
kind of beautiful at the same
Yeah.
time. She says the makeup took 6 hours each shooting day, and it
Absolutely.
took her a full hour just to get into the suit. So it was 7 hours of prep before she could do any
Oh my
shooting at all.
God.
Absolutely.
There's no wonder when she comes back in Picard to voice the Queen, she only did the
Won't do it.
voice.
She said, I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. She said, I'm
She's
not
like,
doing that again.
hell no.
Hell
And
no.
here's the thing. But here's the thing. It looks like they took their time.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah.
Meticulously done.
Yeah.
Meticulous. And
There's-
she's a whore, which I love.
And
She's a woman who knows what
heard-
she wants. She was like, these drones ain't doing it for me. Hey, Data. What's good?
It's good.
It
Now,
says
this is the
it's-
one time that he actually said yes. He said, I'll tell you what I can do. And then what did he do? He said yes and gave enthusiastic consent to their copulation, and he enjoyed it. And I thought that he was sprung off the trim, but he wasn't, and that made me happy. Go ahead.
Fully functional.
Yes.
I just want
Programmed
to
in
point
multiple
out that,
techniques.
that when she lands in her body for the first time in that iconic shot,
Mhm.
that she does this little like kind of like feeling herself kind of like movement
Mhm.
Right.
that was entirely directed by Frakes.
Mm.
Really?
Oh, because he well,
He-
here's the thing is that you would do that. Like you're reconnecting
Right.
to a body.
Every
You
time
have to,
my
like-
head descends and I attach my body.
Right.
Well, I think about when I put on jeans that are a little snug. What's the first thing I do is I wiggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wiggle and you pull on them to get the things in the places that they should go.
Any
I do a
tight
little, I do a little
outfit.
squat.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with the squatting.
Yeah.
If it has
Well,
no
then I-
give.
well,
You
right.
can
Well, I
work.
do that before I leave the house because if my jeans rip, then I put on a different pair.
She's the first sexy Borg
Yes.
Yeah.
ever.
She
Maybe
is.
the only has there been another?
No,
I
because
mean, there have been other actresses who have played queens.
7 of 9.
7. Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. No. Yes,
Whoops.
but I don't know. 7 of
Yeah. Well, she's
9.
kind of an ex-Borg. 7 wasn't really
I
sexy
don't know,
when she was
Hugh,
fully
Hugh,
assimilated.
Kind of.
Oh,
Hugh.
Oh,
please.
Hugh, sure. Mhm.
Yeah, if
Pretty
you know,
eyes.
you know.
Pretty
No.
eye. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Sort
and
of
when
the boy
and
band
when,
Borg.
and when
Borg.
nerd girl finally became the queen, not sexy, still a nerd.
Right. Girardi.
Karate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we think about the introduction? Before this, the Borg were a hive mind. They
Correct.
spoke all at once.
Correct.
And now we have this new figure who brings, order to chaos
Mhm.
and speaks for the Borg by herself. What do we think about that? Like, does that make sense with how the Borg have been described in the past?
It never made sense to me that there wasn't one overarching Borgie who was like the final say, because you can't have like there can't be community, like everybody can't have a say in what's going to happen.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like,
rule
there-
by consensus isn't a thing, but when I first saw it, it did not make sense to me. I was like, "What?"
Oh,
But-
because that she was alone speaking and having this conversation and not.
Well, for me, it felt like it was almost a two-way street. Like it feels to me that the Borg are a hive mind, and
Mhm.
she could be an outlet of that, but she
Mhm.
wouldn't be the one directing everything. It wasn't like she was a singular will and then funneling it down. It was more like she was the
Conduit to
CPU.
funnel
The,
it.
the, the
funnel it
embodiment
out.
of the hive rather
mind.
than
Yeah.
in charge of
Right.
the hive.
Right.
I mean, that's
That-
how I always perceived the queen to be, like not necessarily an actual individual in herself who is controlling them.
Yeah, but it feels a little nebulous at this point in the show, in the movie.
It does. It does.
Right, and I think that they play off that ambiguity because basically she says that, your minds are too limited to understand my role in this or who or what I am. So
Yeah.
they kind of they don't have to explain it. And and I think a lot has been said that introducing the Queen was a mistake because it sort of made the Borg a lot less scary. It took away that sort of hive mentality. But the fact of the matter is that the creating the Borg, I mean, it was a brilliant like creation in that, we think back when Q first introduced the Borg, right? They created this unwinnable, unsolvable puzzle, really,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And then they wrote themselves up a tree with Best of Both Worlds, and then they kind of mostly figured out a way out of it, right? But then how do you do it again, right? So you encounter like one abandoned Borg. Like you can't ever like really how many times can you go up against the Borg and win? And how many times can you get that mindless automaton thing? Like the Borg as a villain in the franchise had to evolve.
It did
They couldn't
because it's
get
not as the second time or the third time or the fifth time.
right. It can't right. They can't just it's got to be they've got to add layers and they've got to complicate it and they've got
Right.
to, it can't just stay the same. So I think
So I
I
suppose
think it
this
was a
was
mess.
natural.
Right. And I think if you're looking at it simply as like for this movie,
Mhm.
right? And I think that's how they were doing it. They weren't necessarily like playing a long game with the Borg. They were looking at
Right.
one movie and and it a movie needs an antagonist and it needs someone for your hero to face off against and it needs a face.
And that
Yeah.
was their being cute.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely that's definitely the Hollywood trope is that especially an action film needs to have an antagonist, you know. The only Star Trek movie that doesn't have that is the motion picture, which is arguably the most,
Boring.
Star Trek
So
And the
of
most boring.
and the most boring, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But I mean that's relative. I love it. I love it. But you're right, it is not an action film. And I think that they wanted this to be, a holiday season blockbuster,
And
which
it
it was.
and I
Um
can see that it was. Like I can see like I was talking about this today with someone at work about how November is the start of like the holiday season and when movies start coming out. Like you get over Halloween like scary thriller movies and then you move into family um animation like from Thanksgiving on into Christmas and then it's super holiday. And if you do the Oscar contender movies like in the fall through the winter because
Right.
award season starts at the top of the year after the Super Bowl.
Right. Well, and I think it's getting colder, so and more people are going in to watch. I mean, I think that's the original idea.
Absolutely, because
You know,
4th of July blockbuster has to be action. That's it.
that's true. A summer movie, yeah, has to be like
Full
boom, boom.
on, correct. Fast and Furious,
Um,
Independence Day, Bad Boys.
I will say the downside to creating the Queen is that it makes it seem like there's that sci-fi trope of you take out the mothership and all the drones die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it makes them feel like they can be defeated, which they can. I mean, that's kind of what happens. Only it happens like in the past, so there's not that many Borg to be disconnected when she dies. But it's yeah, I mean, I do think it declaws them a little bit, but for the purposes of the narrative story that they're telling in this movie, it made a lot more sense, and it gave Data a journey of, you know, discovery and
Ooh.
awareness.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I will tell you this that was so interesting and disconcerting and freaky
The
like I put
flesh.
it
Flash.
yes and
Yeah.
him like not and actually the sense because here's the deal we know what the sensation is of skin to be touched
Hmm.
right and in my head it was the opposite of what somebody who maybe like has a skin graft or has a burn and it kills
Mhm.
the nerve endings on something so touching your burn is different
Hmm.
than touching unharmed skin in reverse for Data Like his positronic coating on his body is not the same sensation that he got from her touching that literal piece of flesh. Where did she get the flesh? I don't know.
You don't
Wasn't
wanna
going
know.
to ask.
Anybody.
However, him having it just on his arm at first and then the whole face,
The
like,
half face.
oh my God, Phantom of the Opera situation.
I was just about to say.
The full phantom.
Reverse Phantom.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and it was so gross, like jumping to the end, the gas, melting the organic material. I love that that was just thrown in like way before. And then when I really was nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I knew, no, I can't say that. Because it's a movie, you know, the good guys have to win, but I didn't know if Data was really on our side. So like it was like maybe I'm dumb, maybe, you know,
No,
I'm
you're just
giving myself over. I
aboard
was
for
like
the ride.
and I was like, what is
Yeah.
happening? Data, what are
just
you
bought into
doing?
it.
Like,
He's always wanted to be human.
this is my point.
Yeah.
And Picard, of course, you never leave a man. The captain goes down with the ship. You
Yep.
never leave a man behind. Like Lily was pissed about that, but she got in her little clamshell and she went on her business. And he went and got Data because Data is his guy. But and the fact that he literally did the one thing that he would never do for. Do you question to the group? Do you think if it were anyone else, he would have done that?
What?
Gone back.
Stayed and gone back?
No, not at.
Or is it
not,
because Data is a automaton?
I
It's
would.
different.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say because automaton, because we've been fighting for his humanity forever, and
Correct.
so maybe more of a. Maybe we're seeing a parallel and a foreshadowing of the relationship that Janeway and Seven of Nine had, almost like a project, almost like a wanting to guide the journey to humanity.
But like would it be but I guess the reason I'm saying automaton is because if it were Riker or Troy or Beverly, when you are assimilated, you are gone. Like the reason that he killed
Yeah.
what's his
Right.
face
I
in
feel
the
like
holodeck.
He just like, yeah.
it would be a fair assumption that anyone else would have been assimilated already.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Anyone
Yeah.
else? I see. Okay, yeah,
You know
that's
what
a
I
good.
mean? Like it had to be
Yeah,
Data
you're right.
because Data's the only one
Who couldn't be assimilated?
kinda survive
Right.
whatever assimilation is into who he is. I don't know. It just
Did
it
he
just
have any indication? I actually am asking at that point that Data was still alive.
no.
No.
No. Data got snatched and that was that.
Right. And why would they snatch Data? Right. So he's got to know that they have that there's something else afoot that they
Right.
want.
Yeah.
Because
And he hasn't remembered the queen yet at this point either. He doesn't. He's just going to find Data.
But
Right.
also, remember, he ripped the thing out of the one guy in the holodeck when he took the safeties off. So he knew
It's true.
that they were looking for the codes to do whatever. Was that before the deflector shield? Was that before they went on the spacewalk?
Yes.
Data was after the spacewalk. So they,
Uh,
yeah, it had to be because that was at the very end.
Yeah.
Because they did this,
Oh,
they did
oh.
the spacewalk to get rid of the dish. My
Right.
man with the light eyes, who's a villain in a lot of movies after this, got the boot because he got assimilated and tried
Right.
to kill.
Was that he
Picard.
was the new gay character?
Yes.
he was supposed to be the new gay character. Yeah, Lieutenant Hawk.
Well, he had to go.
Kill the
Sorry,
gays.
guy. Kill the gays.
Yep.
Neil,
And
what's his
so-
name?
Too
Neil
handsome.
McDonough. Too
like-
handsome.
Yeah, but he's not. He's
He
like
was handsome then.
I guess he looked like an Aryan. I'm not. I don't. He's like American History.
You just
X.
don't like blue eyes.
Yeah. What's with it?
I don't. Children of the Corn, White Walkers.
Valid point. Valid
White
point.
Walkers.
What are you talking about?
White
Like, do you
Walkers.
not remember that? Like that in itself, towhead blonde children with blue eyes.
Yeah.
No, murderous. No, thank
then
you.
you get-
yes,
but then you get,
Damien,
like-
you.
It's
Hello.
Look at
but you dye your hair blonde. Your hair is brown now. You're fine.
Believe it, it was real back in the day. I'll show you my baby pictures.
But like in Dune, the Fremen with those glowing blue eyes. That's kind of just cool.
Never watched Dune. Sorry, don't know that reference. I mean, I'll eventually will.
Will.
I should will because Zendaya's in it. So yes. I just it was interesting that he like yes, the relationship between him and Data and him going to get him and then Data actually being on our side.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say before we get there, I wanted to talk about Picard's Moby Dick journey.
Yeah, that scene.
I don't. Oh my.
Wait, Mike, will you say the line for us?
I laugh. The line must be drawn here, this far, no further.
And that is correct, sir. I said yes.
Jean-Luc, you broke your little ships.
They shot that scene for 3 days.
Yeah, little ships.
Wow.
Really?
3 days they shot that scene, and it literally was just the three of them in the room. It was Frakes and Patrick Stewart and Alfred Woodard.
And
that's delicious.
And here's the thing, is that they were dialed in.
Yes.
Dialed in. Minute when she walked through that door, I was like, "Oh, that's your ass, Picard."
Right. Right.
She has no loyalty.
Right, because nobody else could do it.
No.
Nobody else could do it.
Because they have rank and file. We follow what the captain says. She's like, I'm not
Troy,
from this ship, not from this time. I don't have to follow what
She's like, I read Moby Dick. Just kidding, I didn't.
Just kidding, I didn't. Which was absolutely the best turn, because all you need to know about Moby Dick is that there's Ahab and there's a whale and he wants revenge.
Right.
Whole story.
He's obsessed.
He's obsessiolated about it. So that was great. Oh, just the three of them. That makes sense. They were dialed in. They were dialed in. I would watch just that. Because when she says, I saw the revenge in your eyes when you killed that dude, like,
Lieutenant,
no, like,
she remembers his name, I think.
Yeah, Lieutenant, whatever his name is. Like, you aren't above. You talk about being above. You talk about how it basically saying, like, you're so evolved. No, you're not. You're still a fucking human.
You enjoyed
who wants
that.
revenge. You enjoyed it. You got
Gene
your
Roddenberry would not have approved.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Gene Roddenberry would not have approved.
Absolutely not. But guess what? Humans are flawed. Like, and at the end of the day, I enjoy the fact that as we moved further through the Star Trek franchise, that having flaws and having conflict did not preclude this ideal future of exploration and community and collaboration.
Right.
Because
Maybe take it.
I don't know. I mean, I hope. I truly do.
We can rise above our flaws, but they're always there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really was a good scene. Like, I mean, when she said you broke your little ships, I was like, I went in my head, I'm like, oh, I wonder if that was like it just seems so like off the cuff. Like, you're standing there, this thing happens, and you just reach and like, you broke your little ships. Like, but I know it's probably on the page, but it just seems to be like such
it felt so
ad
true.
It felt so true in the moment. Like, so good. Oh, so good.
Like, Jones, would you do something with your background and just like,
he was so he was so good. Like, and it's a Picard that we don't really get to see.
Yeah. We don't see the emotion come out very often in him.
No, and it's been bubbling under the surface since the beginning of the movie. Yeah. Like, he's prickly. Yeah. He's just on edge.
Well, it's interesting because his character climax has got to be that scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Which is, to be clear, not the climax of the movie.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. It's interesting. But it works in you know, I think we can come back to what we think the climax of the movie is, but I think that it is certainly not that scene. But for him, it's like, we don't, you know, that's
his arc.
That is where it crystallizes exactly what he is. You know, he realizes the path that he's on and what he needs to do, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Walks out that door. Let's go
Blow
self-destruct,
up the
baby.
damn ship.
Yeah, blow up the damn ship. What the hell's wrong with you? But also, I thought if they blow up the damn ship, they'll never get home. And then, there.
It's true.
Yep.
But
Well,
here's the
that's what
thing.
they're planning. They're like escape
Right,
pods
right.
and like
They said
Find
stay
a
out of
quiet
history's
corner.
way. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, when he said that, like, to finally blow it up, I was like, what are y'all gonna do? Like, you have this knowledge of he, future. Like, you now have to go back to a time that you really don't know. Like, you played in the 21st century. You've played in, the 20th century, but you don't know what it's like to hunt and fish and gather. And I don't either.
Yeah.
Like, and build a shelter. Like, there are no replicators. There's no boop, boop, boop. There's no fate. Like, can y'all really survive? I don't know. So I was like, oh shit. They're gonna blow up the ship. They're not gonna go back. Do they hitch a ride with the first contact? No, because they don't know who these. My mind, I was in a tail spin after
I
she
love that you
read him.
considered that the Vulcans could help them out.
Yeah. Well, she didn't know that yet, though.
No, but like who? Because it
Right.
had to be first. They literally say that I knew that someone was coming, but also I knew that the Vulcans were the first contact because we talk about. But like again, this is
Yeah.
backstory to that
Right.
lore, right?
Right,
This
right.
is we're seeing history play out. So I knew that someone was coming, but y'all aren't supposed to be here.
Now that I think about it, at the beginning of the movie, when they say the day before first contact, I don't think they ever said with Vulcans.
Oh no.
Right.
No. We
Yeah,
didn't
so
until that guy takes his hood off and we
you
see
don't
the
know.
ears. We didn't know. Yeah.
But wait, we what didn't know?
We didn't know it was Vulcans. Like because of
lore,
later
of
lore.
canon.
But
Right.
in 1996, when I was
we
watching
didn't-
this movie, we did not know it was the Vulcans.
So that's one thing that I technically know that didn't
Yeah.
know that I wasn't supposed to know.
Right.
You knew, but you didn't know. But yeah. And by the way, I maintain that the hood comes off. That's the climax of the movie, and the music tells you.
Yeah, that's
Gary
swell.
Goldsmith.
Oh.
Right? You're like,
Really?
yes.
That's
I was going with the death scene. I was
With
personally
the
going.
skull, like him holding and snapping the spine.
I was like, okay, Mortal Kombat, finish him. Like,
No, this is Star Trek. The climax is never going to be
The
never
violence.
going to be somebody dying.
Yeah.
That's
That's what the movie is called
swell.
First Contact.
That swell made me think, okay, restored hope in humanity, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
And the other part that was so subtle, I mean, just you blink, you would have missed it. When he's like, yo, now it's your time to go, blah, 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 blah. They're going to want to talk to the person that built the ship. And he walks up and he's standing next to Lily. And they just ever so gently squeeze hands. Like, and I said to myself, are you about to walk hand in hand? Nope. This was just I see you, you see me, we know what this is. No one else knows what no one else in that camp knows what is happening. Just these two people have had two different experiences with the same group of people. Lily, a little more action packed.
Yeah.
A little more
he has gone to warp speed.
Right.
Which I would have shit my pants. Like, my man was like, I was like, oh, like,
I've been on a magic carpet ride.
But here's the thing. Honestly, I didn't know if he was gonna I didn't know if he was in. Like, I didn't know if he was all in with that because one, the MacGuffin of, oh my God, we can't do it. Okay, he finds a little disc of fine. Okay, cool. But yet and still, I didn't know if he fucked something up. If he's not gonna click the thing. If when they keep counting down, I'm waiting for something not to happen. I'm waiting for this to fail. And when it happens, I was like, okay, we did it.
Now we can continue.
Right.
Truly, I didn't. I did not think to myself, this has to happen. I don't know. I don't know where we are in the time of like how much of this 2 hours have gone by. I'm just in it. And
Yeah.
so when it happened, I was like, thank God it happened.
God.
I think that that change in humanity that they explain to him that happens after first contact, that the world comes together in
Yeah.
a way no one expected. I feel like we see the beginnings of that, and it's he's an amazing actor. In his eyes, when Riker says, like, they're gonna want to meet the guy who flew that ship, and
Yeah.
like the look in his face, he's like, I got this. You know what I mean?
I'm the
Like
guy who flew that ship.
yeah, we see him transition from like, I want to just be drunk and be on an
And like
island,
shrinking to
to
like
like,
sort of just straight, just a little bit. Like it
Stepping up
wasn't
to the
overly
task.
done.
I can be this guy.
He's
Like,
like, I
let
can drink with
history just
Vulcans.
like be who you're going to be and let history decide.
Correct. Correct. Like no matter what we said to you, like just be you.
Yeah.
And it was also Geordi who's what the line he when Geordi's was it Geordi or was it Riker who was like uh oh, I should have written it down. It was some quote that he said and he was like, "Oh, who said that?" And he was like, "You
He
did."
did.
Yeah, I was Riker. Yeah.
Y- And so like just that little bit, but also just I'm telling you that little hand squeeze, it
Yeah.
it got me where like she's like, "You can do this." He's like, "I'm gonna do this." He really tried with the hand. That was
Mhm.
very sweet. And then a handshake, and it's like, I just. Here's the thing: universal translators, or do Vulcans speak English?
Yeah, great question. It's got to be universal translators. I for some reason I'd never thought about that before, and this most recent rewatch, it was all I was thinking about. I was like, are they hearing a universal translator, or the Vulcans have made? We know they've studied Earth. They're not interested in making contact, but maybe they've learned English.
Yeah.
I would so continuity hole then, because there are no universal translators in Enterprise.
Oh, really?
But
The Vulcans don't
Yeah.
have one?
No, they don't. They get created during the course of the show.
Oh, right. Hoshi's working on the like.
Correct. The prototype of it.
Right. So
So
then they must have learned English.
Or at the very, because all he really says is live long and prosper, because they don't
yeah,
really.
but that's English.
But you
Right,
see
but
them
like
like talking.
they've observed enough to like say that one line. You know what I mean? Like we
But
all
what the
can
hell does
study
that line mean?
culture
That but
enough
that
to.
line doesn't mean shit to them.
but
It's
they
like
had
knowing "Hola,
they
cómo
had
estás" and not knowing anything else.
they would have had a few hours to prep.
I
So I
hate
mean,
you,
they would have
Sonyl.
consulted the database and
I
been
hate
like,
you so
how
much.
do you
They would have had a few
say?
hours of prep. You are hateful.
Well, I mean, like they could have at least that bit. Like when you go to a foreign country, you're like, "Don't style about you."
Correct. That is correct. Where's
Frequently
the
used
bathroom?
phrases.
Please, thank you, hello. May I please have a glass of water, no ice?
Where are the
Um,
nuclear vessels?
yes, vessels.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
yeah, it it was really so good.
Oh
I
yeah.
really I I give it to you, Damien. I'll give you that was the moment because
Yeah.
I'm slightly sad that I knew that they were Vulcans and I wasn't supposed to know because I
Mm.
think it would have made it it would have changed it just like it would have given it more punch to my gut
Oh yeah,
because the punch
chills.
was huge. The punch was huge, but also it still did because it was like ooh, the hair was great.
Mhm.
The rest of them coming out, I was like, ooh, fashionable Vulcans in their ship that I've never seen before. It's like, oh, it's red. Oh, and I look at the dumb things where it's like the door opening has it sliding down and
Oh
making a
yeah,
ramp
yeah, and
like
the like
integrated and the light. Oh, I said, oh, y'all are
beautiful.
fancy.
It's their first contact ship.
Yeah,
I was like, this
Gotta
is
make an entrance.
They call it the
and
first
fancy.
right,
contact ship, the fancy ship.
The
and that
fancy
it
ship.
doesn't it. Don't they turn it into a jungle gym or something later? In lower decks, it's like it's a swing set or something. Uh,
Oh, see,
there's like the
this is
play
what I
area.
mean. Like, I literally have to go back and watch all of these because Lower Decks is the Easter egg of of all. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we've
it's
taken
the Easter
everything
Bunny.
and it is the gift that keeps on giving. Um,
So here's
oh,
my nerdy question about the ship, though.
Hmm.
okay.
I believe it was the equivalent of a shuttlecraft.
Okay.
I mean, and that there would have been a larger ship, another ship in orbit that
Yeah.
actually had
Yes.
the ring nacelles like the Vulcans have.
Right.
I believe
you're
that
right.
is true. Absolutely.
Right, yeah,
What
because
did
the
you
ship
know?
didn't appear too much larger than the people coming out of it.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
They
like
would
it-
not have had that voyage.
Yeah.
No.
No,
And
no.
I bet not.
landing that huge thing on a Earth,
On it. Yeah.
like
Right.
So
that
fun
would have been
fact.
fun fact.
Fun fact. The Vulcan ships, as we see in a couple different places, have round nacelles. And we have a theory called the Alcubierre drive, which can bend space, which is manipulating the space-time space. Well, so that I can really describe this concept really well. Anyway, it's a ring-shaped doodly dauber. It's a ring nacelle, and so I'm like, we're almost there. We're almost Vulcans, and then I'm like, wait a minute, yeah. Let's
We're
rephrase
never
that.
Vulcans. We're never going to be
We're
Vulcans.
never Vulcans.
Yeah.
We're never gonna be Vulcans.
Yeah.
Oh wait, except unless we're like the Vulcans who are about to find logic, and then we need to wait 1,000 years before all the shit happens. So
Oh.
We're proto Vulcans, like in
We're
Who Watches the
proto-Vulcans.
Watchers.
Yes.
that is
Did-
reasonable.
It is reasonable. Did you notice when they used Star Trek in a sentence?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that was
So
cheese
you're on
balls.
some kind of Star
Too
Trek.
cheesy. No one would say that. No one would say that.
No,
I
it's-
was mad.
I said, I was
16-year-old
like,
me was mad.
I
no,
mean, maybe
the
Space
40
Trek, but not Star Trek. No one would say that.
I was like, why are we trying
You're
to
on some
fit
kind of-
what Star Trek?
Self-aware. Come on.
It's like, oh, he said it. He said the name of the movie.
I mean, I get it. It was like a little It was like a little tongue-in-cheek moment, but I mean, it broke the fourth wall.
Yeah, it pulled me right out.
I was
Didn't
like,
do
oh, that's
anything.
stupid. I wrote it down. Star Trek used in a sentence. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but I do actually. Here's one cheesy thing is that I kind of enjoy when movie titles are used in the movie. Like it's so stupid. Like I wait. Like if it happens, I'm always like, they had to be cheesy about it. Like it
Yeah.
just, it's the dumbest thing ever. Like you
Yeah.
know, literally Home Alone. He's home alone, and it's like, it's so dumb, but it truly, it's like you trying to figure out how to fit the title into dialogue is insane. And if you can do it, cool.
They make that joke on Family Guy, and the example they give is it's fake. It's like it's Superman 4. It's like, that's why I'm Superman, for the quest for peace.
That's what I mean. Like it's so dumb, but it's so good. I was like, and at least it was Zephyr Cochran saying it, because why wouldn't it?
No one
be?
else would have gotten away with it.
Yep.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody
nobody.
else.
James
Nobody
Cromwell
else.
could sort of sell it.
Yeah,
Right.
that'll do, pig. I think
What did
the
we
only-
miss?
The only other that, again, Data being comic relief, when I just love it when Picard was like, I thought I had lost you, and he was like, you did for a moment, and he was like, well, like, how long is that? And he said 0.68 seconds. He's like, well, that's not too long. He's like, for an android, it's an eternity. Again, like Brett Spiner, the way that he
It
delivers,
just felt like an earnest truth. It is.
Yeah.
it was an
eternity.
earnest truth. Like it was an eternity, sir. Sir, I wrestled with that for an eternity because I said, huh, I could get a little, I could be over, I could feel some skin, and but it was kind of gross. The skin pieces melted off of him,
Yeah.
like to show that organic material does not survive. He don't got no eyeball. He's just metal.
Also, I would be remiss, given
Remiss.
our shared history, all of us, if I did not point out that Data makes it very clear that his only sex was with Tasha.
Correct.
Oh yes.
Correct. It has been 8
Yes.
years, 6
Right.
days, 5 seconds, and 20. I was
Right.
like, but
No
now you.
far for him.
Right. He even had
So-
that girlfriend in one episode, but they never
Yeah.
went all the way.
I have
I'm-
a confession. So,
Yes.
Lanita, as you were saying, oh, he could have had the this, and the that, and the this, and the that. You know what was going through my mind? 0.68 seconds. How many gigaflops can Data do? So therefore, how many calculations would he be been able to do in those 0.68 seconds? And how would that have... Yeah, so I'm a nerd.
I'm telling you, like it was number one, the speed with which he
Wait,
moves
a
in.
gigaflop? Is that like the slap
Is that a
for
real
an Android?
thing?
Listen,
Okay.
you have to just go with Sonyl, okay?
Well,
Haven't you all learned this yet?
A flop is a floating point operation.
Oh my god.
So it's a
So it's not when
literal
you
measure
bounce your
of
dick back and
computer.
forth.
It's not, but I mean, we did get the D in the neck earlier, so
Okay,
no,
all right.
flop is an actual way of measuring computer speed. So
Oh,
We're
gosh.
we're
You
not
sound
nerdy enough.
disappointed now.
I'm not
Listen,
that kind of
so
smart.
what?
Sonyl just proved that you all are not as smart as him. He said you didn't know
That
the
is an accurate
gigaflop.
statement.
Nerd and smart are not the same.
Some of
They
us have degrees in theater and art, and some of us don't. Some of us are smart.
BFAs.
So
Oh my god.
I got some BFA.
I think I got there. I mean, I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed this movie. Like
Give
I
it, all
said
right,
from the top.
since we know that you think of things this way, give it a letter grade.
I was gonna say.
Really? You know, I'm letter grade, I'm gonna go A minus.
Hmm. What would have put it over the line?
Points off for the dumb use of Star Trek.
Okay.
Points off for I think I wanted
To check in on their hobbies.
no, I don't give a shit about their hobbies. I think I wanted just a little, I think I wanted a little more like I know that they told us like what time period we are, how many people like I wanted to know a little more about like Earth then. Like I was really interested like why are these people living in these makeshift huts? What like is this all of them? Where are the rest? You like listen, we're at a 94. Like we're like it's an A. It's an
94
A
is an
movie.
A. 94 is an A. 93 is A minus.
Okay, 93. We're at a 93. Thank you. Sorry, I don't teach, so I haven't had a grades in so long. I
7 full points.
I mean, listen, having Worf in it, him apologizing to Worf, being like, I said some things to you. Some things. He said some. I said, that's right, Worf. Ask him about it.
Take him to task.
Yeah.
Take him to task. You know,
Yeah, because
like,
that apology was half-ass. That was a non-apology.
correct. And Worf called him on that shit. Oh,
he sure did.
I also did enjoy when Lily encountered him. He's like, I'm a Klingon. Like,
Yeah, he's like, we've been through this.
but
Right.
here's the thing. She hasn't. She's like,
Yes.
because everyone to this point that she has seen has been quote unquote human.
Right.
Correct.
This is her first encounter with an actual alien.
Right. So they had to have that moment, and it needed to be snappy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you needed to believe it. Yeah.
Well-
No, I thought it was good.
And
Correct.
she's super intelligent. So like
Yes.
she doesn't freak out. Like she
No.
sees a lot. She
Like
sees
an
a lot.
android falling like 800 meters.
Right. She's
Right. She learns
After
that the
that
Borg
moment.
are not Swedish.
No.
She learned definitely not Swedish.
Definitely not Swedish. I'm telling you, if this is the next, like this was set out to be like the next chapter of the franchise, I think it's a really good start. Like, because as you say, Generations was the link between original series and next gen, and like meshing it, tying it up in a little bow, deuces. And this is next gen standing on its own in a movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I think that struck me with the opening credits. I was like, that's how excited I was to just have this cast be able to carry a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did phenomenal. Truly. And I'm telling you, like, even like the little cameos of the people that are from next gen, like Broccoli and the electronic medical doctor, like it just it just, I was like, ooh, all of my friends.
So maybe the question that we leave you with, the
Mm,
cliffhanger,
yeah.
is did they learn the lessons of this movie, of the success of this movie? Did they see the winds of first contact and ride that momentum into further film success?
Well, being that I have more movies to watch, I'm gonna go with yes, but I don't know how much um, money and backing they put behind it, because just because something is successful and you want it another one to be great, they will always disappoint you and shovel you shit and tell you that it's not. And so I am hoping that we do not fall off a cliff of what the fuck is this, and then a little more what the fuck is this, and then finally a really good movie. I have hopes. Listen, I don't know. I don't even know what's coming up next. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I do. I only know because when Paramount stopped and said, "Do you want to watch the next one?" Which I didn't like, Resurrection or Insurrection. I don't remember what it actually said. I was like, "No, no, no. I don't want to watch that. I
yeah.
just want to watch this. I don't want to watch anything else. Thank you. First Contact. Appreciate you." Um it's just, it was really good, and maybe it would have hit me differently if I haven't lived so much life and know so many things, and not even just Star Trek, but just life in general.
Mm.
I think that's why the whole like PTSD of it all like stuck in my head, because I was like, damn, it's a tether. Like he was tethered to the Borg. Like he's never separated.
Yeah,
And we kind of learned that with Seven of Nine too. Like
yeah.
there's
Mm.
something. There's a residue that
Yeah.
you cannot get rid of. It's
Part of
like
who they are.
like out damn spot, like trying to like, there's nothing there, but there is, like you can see it there.
Right. Trauma.
Trauma.
Well, spoiler for the next in our movie series, we do have a friend of the pod who specifically said that the next movie is her favorite.
Hmm.
So Lucy Blue Skies will be joining us for Star Trek Insurrection.
Oh, it is called Insurrection. Yay.
It
I
is.
was like, I thought that's what it said, but I flipped away so quickly. I was like, don't auto start no shit.
Oh yeah.
I have
If
to
there's
say
not
that
a porn parody called Star Trek Erection, something is wrong.
something is wrong. That is correct. Um, I'm actually excited to like rewatch it, because when we do these, I honestly only watch it once,
Mm.
so that it's not like me rehashing these are like my first. That's why I always like write these random little notes, um just to like what sticks out in my mind. But yeah, it
That's
was
great.
it was great. It was really
First
great. I'm
impressions.
telling you. I'm about to do a deep dive into like the makeup situation, because mama, like it was just it's
Yeah, I mean,
like
he really
supple.
reinvented the Borg and the yeah.
Yeah.
A-
Well,
And I go ahead.
no, I was gonna say a lot of production things like the new uniforms, the new
Hmm.
ship. Like, there's a lot of they set the stage for a lot of what lasted for
Years
a
to
long
come.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
these
Yeah.
might be my favorite uniforms. Which, by the way, maybe that's an episode where we discuss our favorite uniforms, because this
I
is a,
love
this is
that.
a,
Oh,
this is a good one.
I think that we should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do appreciate the different thought pattern behind the queen, and the fact that she's not making the decision. She is the manifestation and voice of the hive, sort of like, ooh, remember when I fly the ship was on the planet with the Gorn,
yes.
and
Mm.
that person came through, but again, they are a
All right,
collective,
so
but
we're talking
this
about the Metrons in the episode called Terrarium with
that's your job
Ortegas
to
and the
do.
Gorn.
There you
Hmm.
go. It's your job to
Thank
tell
you.
them what I'm
All right.
talking about.
Yes.
Good
Um,
job.
that they are a
Translator. I'm the
collective
universal
as well.
translator here.
Yes.
Good job. In my that's what it pulled me to, like that Metron was the single source for the collective, and not in the same way of like hive mind, but like it seems like all of like the Qs, the Metrons, there are certain aliens who are linked in a way. Oh,
Mm.
them horrible melty peoples, the founders. Come
Mm.
join us in the river
Great
of
link.
Ugh,
Great
ugh,
link.
I hate them people. But that again, like,
See,
come to
that's
a-
why they made the Dominion, because of people like you.
that's why they made the what?
So
Because of solids like you,
because
Lanita.
solids like you, Lanita.
Bigoted solids.
I'm not
who
a bigoted.
Who hate
Mm-mm.
changelings.
No, I like changelings. I don't like their faces and their ears. Like, they've got to do better. They've got to do better. That is the one thing that
You don't
bothers me
hate them,
about
you
Odo.
just find them ugly.
They have weird ears.
They're unattractive to me. I'm sorry. They are. That ear situation, it just ugh. And I know that Odo
So
said
listener,
it's
you
hard.
spent all of this time with us on this podcast only to find out that Lanita has learned nothing.
Right.
I've learned
Exactly.
infinite diversity and infinite combinations. I love
Except
it.
the
I
ugly
love
Except for
more of it.
ears.
Yeah, as long as you don't look like a rescue Annie, then
So true. It's so true. I know. It's a horrible thing to say, but no. First Contact, yay. Excited for. Is this a trilogy too? Like, this is what number is this? 6, 7, and 8?
There's 2 more Next Generation movies.
2 more. Yeah.
So there's 3 Next Generation movies, and then we move into Kelvin land.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Is that a thing? I guess, yeah.
So Neil, let's be clear. We're doing all of it. Like, yes, I have seen the first one. We're doing all of it. You hear me, Mike Jones and Amazon?
Yeah,
We're going to the end.
I would love to revisit the Kelvin films.
I only watched one of them. So technically I don't really remember it. So
Great.
Still going to be a guest. Thank you for having me
I will say,
Yay.
the Star Trek 2009 is the first Star Trek movie that actually made me cry.
Oh yeah.
on.
So there, mic drop.
Mic drop.
Mike Jones, don't drop.
That's what I heard too.
Thank you.
Mike Jones.
Wait.
all right.
I'm not only wait, no. I'm not the only one
okay.
giving grades.
Okay.
Mike Jones, Damazon, Sonyl, grades.
I call this an A.
A.
Okay. Nothing you would change. I mean, is there anything?
I have a couple marks on my rubric, but not too many.
Nice.
And they are. What are the marks on the rubric?
Well, mostly just the Star Trek bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that doesn't bring me down to an A-. That's not enough.
Okay. It could have just been done better. But here's the other mark: Geordie's eyes. So
Geordie's eyes.
that killed 4 points right there. It's disconcerting.
I think it's supposed to be though.
But but those weren't the color of his eyes in the series.
No, because he got implants.
I don't like it.
The person who designed the implants designed blue ones.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
No. The single black character of Geordie LaForge should not have blue eyes. Yes, black people do have blue eyes, and they are beautiful, and they are all over the country and in the world. Yada. I didn't want Geordie to have blue eyes. I need him to have like maybe brown eyes, or if you wanted a little hazel situation. But the blue, didn't like it. He's like a vampire, like Lestat. Okay, Mike Jones, I'm sorry. I know.
Which I'm watching right now, and it's excellent, and their eyes are scary.
Excellent. I cannot wait.
If you're with a vampire, I recommend it.
Absolutely.
The newer series, right?
Oh, yes. I haven't started watching season 2 yet. It's so
yeah. I watched the first couple episodes. And I very gay.
It's
gay.
So
gay.
Oh dear.
So gay.
Oh, gay.
Okay. Clearly, we've hit a wall, so let's wrap it up.
Feedback loop. Feedback. Bring us home, Mike Jones. She's gonna keep talking. Don't let her.
Nope, I'm done.
All right. Lanita, thank you for joining us as our guest. In this episode. Sonyl, as always, thank you for joining us this time as our guest host.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I feel special and honored and nerdier than before, even.
You should.
Oh, good. We've left you a little nerdier.
You've held that mantle high.
Yes. Awesome. And as always, thank you, Damien, for helping us lead the charge through this episode, because Lord knows my notes were a mess. So, and thank you, dear listener, for listening to this episode, and make sure you give us a like and a review and a 5-star and all those things. You can find us on all the socials at Hailing Freak Open. Tell your friends about us. You can support us on our coffee account at hailingfrequenciesopen.com. I would like to thank our current patrons for supporting us. And with that, I will say, Hailing Frequencies closed. My mouse died.
No goodbyes. Just good memories. Hailing Frequencies closed, sir.